Right, right. So yeah, talking about the digital work you did, you actually did the mobile strategy for Obama in the Democratic Convention in 2010. What year was it? 2010?
2012.
2012. Yeah, yeah. So how was that? How did you secure that win, and like how was it? What did you learn from it?
Charge more money. Um, no, I think, at that time we were these young kids, and I was a minority founder. And for us, it became known as data driven marketing. But for us, it was a way for us to justify people giving us large sums of money to build campaigns for them. And most people don't know that we beat out two incumbent shops when we won that contract.
Mm,
But a lot of our strategy was based around numbers, data, and I've always kind of been that way in the digital spaces. Spend a dollar, try to make $5 back, and I just happen to be really good at doing that. And I think when we went into that pitch, you know, we had some good creative ideas, but it was more about finding that silver lining in the data. And in that particular campaign, what we ended up doing is we found that in the analytics, a lot of the Hispanic market nowadays we talk about some apps and cell phones like it's commonplace, but back then in 2012 it wasn't. But we found that a lot of people were viewing their stuff from their mobile phones or their iPads. They didn't actually have computers, and what
mm.
we actually ended up building an experience that was specifically tailored to them in Spanish, and that was kind of the turning point in that campaign.
Dope, dope. Yeah, like when I was there, that's when I really like, wow, this mobile marketing is really gonna take off. Um,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
when, like working with y'all. Like I was like, wow, I kind of knew it, but I didn't really know it. Like looking at the numbers, and I was like, wow, this is like the new wave.
yeah. I think there's for anyone that's looking to get into the digital space, I definitely think that you could go to school for it now. Back when I started, you couldn't, but there's a lot of certifications that you can take to learn how to do your job great or to do your job really well. And when I was in college, I talked about dropping out, but I didn't drop out because I wasn't educated. I dropped out because the learning that I needed to do was more so in the certification, and I was learning there instead of going to class learning about stuff that really wasn't relevant to what I was trying to do. So,
Yeah.
stay in school, kids. In
I
school.
mean, you was chasing the six figure bag, and
Yeah,
most people
it
go
was.
to college or in debt, so or get in
Yeah,
debt. So
I
was
came.
it?
I realized that at a young age that people respect the consultant more than they respect the employee. But to be a consultant,
Mhm.
you have to go
Why
in.
is that? Why is that?
Who knows? Uh, I think with consultants, it's this outside third party source that is expected to be an expert. And when you're an employee, I think it's just the typical hierarchy that gets so many people buried, where you have great ideas, but because you're not an executive team leader or you may not be under good management, that prevents those ideas from shining. Whereas with a consultant, it's like we're paying you to be here. You're the expert. You're supposed to tell us how to do this. And I think that's really what makes people respect the idea of consultants more. But
Yeah.
yeah, who knows why?
I don't know, because I remember Brandon. I think it was Brandon who told me this. He said people like consultants because so they can have someone to blame on if things
That
go
too.
wrong.
That too. You think so. Typically, in companies, older people are the ones that are running stuff, and the young, fresh ideas are usually the interns or entry level positions, and so you're seen as different. When you're entry level, it's like, oh, this person doesn't know what they're talking about. It's a good idea, they're eager, but stay in your place. Whereas
Right.
as a consultant, it's like, all right, well, we can try this because it's new, but again, you have someone to blame if it doesn't work. Uh,
Right.
so sometimes it's just and as a consultant, sometimes it's just helping those voices be heard a lot better. So it changes from situation to situation.